Hi, my name is Garrick McFadden, and I don't know if you saw the meme that made its way around Black Twitter about 2 months ago. It involved House of Dragons, and in House of Dragons, there was a black character, and he was in a room full of all white characters. And there was this detail where he put his hand over his glass, his goblet, to keep them from pouring wine into it. And Black Twitter is like, he knows what's up. He's not going to get drunk around all these white people. And everybody laughed, and then Black Twitter went on to something else. But for some reason, this stayed in my head. And I finally realized about 2 months later, about right now, why. It's because I too do not drink around white people. So what I'm about to explore and what I want you to come on this journey with me is, I want to discuss why I don't drink around white people. I'm writing an essay in Medium, and it's based on like 3 different parts. So the first part is, like most people, start drinking when they're in high school. I grew up in a city, a suburb, and a town of Minneapolis. I was one of 7 black students out of 550 students in my grade. And I am slight. Back then in high school, I was about 5'4", and I was a varsity wrestler at the 112-pound weight class. So yes, I was tough for high school students. My team was ranked 3rd in the nation, but in the grand scheme of things, I'm a small guy. And so, what they say about alcohol, it gets you liquid courage, gives you beer muscles. And so I realized that I couldn't drink under those circumstances because I needed to be mindful of my own protection. Fast forward, I go to college. And like most people, they really fully embrace their drinking when they're at college. And I get there. And again, I realize for 2 years in college, I am the only black person at my college. My town is a town of 8,000, and there's 2,000 students at my college. And for 2 years, I'm the only black person. It is in rural Iowa. And I start thinking to myself, if anything happens here, who's going to protect me? Right? I'm the first black person. And to this day, I am the only black person that the majority of my peers know. And I'm thinking, at that time, do I put my fate and trust into 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old white kids from small towns? I'm not saying anything bad would have happened, but would anything good happen? And what I started thinking about right now at this time period, being 47 years old, I think to myself, I also don't drink around white people. And what I mean I don't drink around white people, it is like, am I at somebody's house, it's like 10 people, yeah, sure, I'm gonna drink. But when the ratio starts to get over 1 to 15 or 1 to 30, nah, I'm good. And it's out of a safety mechanism. You see, right now, I feel that white people are getting to the point where they're wanting to use the N-word, right? You look at the videos of a white person who is thinking that they're about this life, that they want to accomplish one of their great goals in life, which is to use the N-word, to call a black person the N-word to their face. And you've seen these videos that are posted on social media. You'll see that it starts out in 3 acts. The first act is them being all bold and almost getting to the point where they're summoning the courage, summoning the syllables out of their mouth. And you see the perspiration on their brow. Then the words come out. And then the second act begins. And you can see they're triumphant, that they're encouraged, that they're ecstatic, that they have accomplished their lifelong goal, that they're spent, but yet they're like an athlete who just has won a championship. That is until the words make contact with their intended recipient. Then the third act begins. The use of the N-word is a form of violence in America. It is a prelude to violence. It is an invitation for physical violence. And so when that happens, the black person steals their face, all kindness and warmth leaves, and they get ready to defend themselves. This is a direct result of Donald Trump. You look at his most recent rallies where he's like, Putin's gonna use the N-word, and his crowd, not jokingly, seriously starts yelling out the N-word. And he's like, no. I meant nuclear. And then everybody in the crowd has a little uneasy chuckle because they use the N-word in public. That is where we are heading for a society. That is where America is right now. And Donald Trump is leading us there. And these videos, as they get more and more, we also see when the black person is ready to defend themselves, they steal their fist, get ready to punch the person, and you can see the white person realizing, oh no, I've made a mistake. There is consequences to my actions. I'm exploring all this on my piece at medium.com. My author name is Garrick McFadden. I'd love for you to spend some time over there, take a look at some of the things I've written. I'd love for you to smash the like button, follow. On this channel, we're going to be discussing whiteness, racism, white supremacy, fascism, politics, all the fun stuff, religion. And I want to get a sense of where we stand. I have some questions that I want to ask, and hopefully you'll find interesting. And I want to work through these big questions together. Thank you.